Ever since their introduction in the Generation 2 games, shiny Pokémon have caught the interest of millions of fans worldwide, and understandably so. These ultra-rare Pokémon not only serve as trophies that can be shown off, but they also give a Pokémon a cool new coloring scheme. But this isn't always the case, of course. Game Freak definitely recognizes how much fans love shinies since they're regularly distributing special shiny Pokemon events, and have even included them as a major focus of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee as well as Pokemon Go in collaboration with Niantic. In fact, just this week, shiny Meltan and Melmetal were made available for the first time ever in Go, meaning they can be traded to Let's Go and presumably future main series games too. It could very well be argued that the existence of shinies is the only reason why each set of games has such a long lifespan, since shiny hunting has become so immensely popular and is pretty much an endless post-game endeavor due to the rarity and sheer number of shinies there are to catch. However, this number isn't quite endless. Even if you take into account all of the main series games ever made, only 794 of the 809 current Pokemon are able to be found in their shiny forms. Today, we're going to take a look at the 15 Pokemon that, no matter how hard you search, you won't be able to find their shiny forms legitimately. To do this, we're going to go through generation by generation to see which mons have not yet been released as a shiny through any method available. Despite their inability to be found shiny, these Pokemon do have shiny forms that are coded into the games, and are therefore able to be seen as shinies through hacking. So I'm going to show you the actual shiny sprites for these Pokemon as well. Interestingly enough, when searching for unobtainable shinies, we can actually skip over the first 4 generations entirely, since all 493 Pokemon can be obtained as a shiny through one method or another. Even Pokemon that you wouldn't expect to be found shiny, such as Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, and Arceus, have been able to be shiny in the past, and can be transferred to current games. Mew, for instance, was able to be shiny in just one singular instance, in the Japanese version of Emerald through the exclusive Faraway Island, which is accessible if you have the 2005 event item called the Old Sea Map. On Faraway Island, you can then soft reset for a shiny Mew, which isn't shiny locked. The Pokemon that can't be found as a shiny at all actually start in Generation 5, and all 3 of them are mythicals. The first is Victini, which, along with Zekrom and Reshiram, although those 2 were later released as shinies, became the first Pokemon to ever become shiny locked. Since Victini was released right around the start of the games, which is pretty unusual for mythicals, it is technically the longest standing Pokemon without a shiny in the entire franchise. The other 2 Generation 5 Pokemon that have not yet been given shinies are Keldeo and Meloetta, which means that both of their alternate forms haven't been shiny either. Moving on to Gen 6, the next unobtainable shiny is Hoopa. Hoopa has only ever been available through events, and both it and its Unbound form are unable to be shiny, which is super unfortunate because personally I think the gold coloring looks incredible. Another Gen 6 mythical, Volcanion, is only available through events and is also unobtainable as a shiny, although its shiny is kind of, interesting to say the least, so I'm not too disappointed about this. Next up, we've got the current generation, Gen 7. Now this generation is very interesting because there are 10 total shinies that haven't yet been released. The weird thing is that Gen 7 is almost over with, so having this many unobtainables at the end would be unheard of. Thankfully, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon gave us the ability to catch shiny Ultra Beasts, so there's 11 shinies that we otherwise might not have gotten. The first 2 unobtainable shinies are Tapu Bulu and Tapu Fini. Interestingly, Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele both ended up getting a shiny event, so perhaps we can hope for these 2 to get shinies as well, since honestly they're pretty cool looking. Next, we've got this massive, weird, legendary evolutionary line that includes Cosmog, Cosmoem, Solgaleo, and Lunala. These things not getting a shiny yet is kind of unprecedented since it's so late into the generation, as of course we've gotten every other mascots as shinies in the entire franchise. Added to this is Necrozma, who unfortunately can't be shiny either, which prevents us from being able to own this majestic Ultra Necrozma shiny. Damn. Now this next one is perhaps the most interesting one on this list, Magearna. Magearna has both a regular form and what is called its original form. Although the original form has only been shown as a movie, its coding is actually in the games, but is unobtainable as of yet. Magearna is the only known Pokemon not to have a shiny sprite at all. Although its so-called original form does have a shiny, but it hasn't been released. so weird. Finally, we've got 2 more mythicals, Marshadow and Zeraora. It's pretty reasonable that we haven't gotten these yet, since the past couple of generations have had a few missing mythicals too, but hopefully we'll at least get shiny Zeraora at some point, since its shiny is pretty cool, while Marshadow's isn't very different at all until it uses its Z move and becomes more purple in its Zenith form. Well, there we go guys, the 15 shiny Pokemon that are absolutely unobtainable in any of the games. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss my next video. Let me know what shiny of these 15 you want most in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next week for some more Pokemon content.